Hey guys, it's Caden with Team CLB, and today I'm going to be bringing you the combo and deck profile tutorial for the new Valiant Pendulum deck. This is just kind of like my first take on the deck. It's not going to be the greatest, but I definitely think this is going to be one viable way to play it. The deck has two major issues that I've spotted. One of them is consistency. Sometimes you draw too many consistency pieces, and sometimes you don't draw enough. Like here, I'd say this is too many because all three of these get the field spell. There are two field spells in this deck, by the way, and each one of them activates the other one. That's consistent between both. So what you could do is here, all of them have the effect to summon themselves from the pendulum zone to the main monster zone above them. I'm not going to use the spell here just because I already have both. And then they all have another effect where you can either move one to a different monster zone, or like this, when they're summoned, they each have their own effect. This one, when she summons, she searches. A lot of them, when they summon, they move one to an adjacent column. With this, honestly, like with what you choose to banish, it kind of depends on exactly what your game plan is. I usually go for 6 still, because going like this is perfectly fine. Though you do usually want to leave the unicorn, actually. I'm tired. Keep that in mind. Take everything I say with just a grain of salt. So, like, really all you need is to get to 2 pieces. These two, in my opinion, are the 2 best starters. You want both of them. Also, we are running the small Zephyr package just because it's like a good secondary engine that can help you get a potential Omni Negate if you open it. It also actually lets you Pendulum Summon, which isn't something the deck can do without having one of its 2 fusion monsters in the scale. So then we activate this, we use its effect to summon it, and it moves this girl over. And then this girl has the effect that when she's moved, she gets to search a monster. I think here, let's see, what does this one do if it's moved again? Yeah. So I think here we grab, don't know to it, it matters actually. I think we grab her. Nazuki. To me, this deck feels very much like Super Quantos meet 6 Samurai and Pendulums. Yep, that's what it is. You target Valiant and Spawn Trap, special summon it if it gets moved columns. But like, you can just kind of do this and shift all your columns around. Here you make like IP, DPE. So it's definitely not like the greatest of end boards, but you know, you get the DPE, you get the IP on the field to make the Oppo or the Unicorn next turn with 2 cards in hand for discard, and you don't have to give your opponent the field spell that can potentially like just royally fuck up your day. I don't know, like, if I always want to be running both of these. I feel like I need to be running a little bit larger of a Zephyr package in my list, because you open up with hands like that. Also, opening Dasher. Hands like this, a lot of times your inboard's just going to be like Dasher Pass or something. Because, like, you just summon these. Actually, you have to go with this one first. Because all the big ones, you either need to have one of the field spells or you need to have one of the volumes of their attribute. So, like, Duke needs a fire. So, this one, you know. And here you just make DP or IP, whatever you want, and then, yeah. You could actually normal summon Viscount, activate, move it up here, activate this, move it up here. But like, you're only in a situation where you can get 3 with this hand because you open doubles. Sometimes that happens. Like, this hand is really good because it can pen summon as well. So you just get these up here. It's still always sad if you don't open the searcher, but we do have both field spell access. I did this in the wrong way. So like, you would do this, summon this one, activate the field spell to get both field spells. And then here you could like activate Sephiroth, put the Zephyr Neu back. You could honestly also leave the Baron and scale, and then Pendulum summon the Zephyr Neu, make the search your Providence search Divine Strike, make Verte if you wanted, and then summon this one. Or you could keep this one in hand or in scale for follow-up. Like, there's a lot of lines this deck has. Some of them are really, really good, and other ones are really, really bad. See, like here again, we don't open the Searcher. The biggest problem I found with the deck, other than the fact that it is mildly inconsistent, is just you have to run so many field spells, because you don't want to run out of them, because you kind of need both of them for the board breaking effects, but at the same time, I think I run 8 ways to field spells, and it just feels a tad excessive. Here's my deck list for it. I got 2 of the fusion monsters, the one the fusion summons, obviously the 3-card DPE package. I feel like this could probably change, and I feel like this is also fine to come out. So you could run like a larger Zephyr package, maybe, probably 2 more Providence and a Zephyrath, and like another extender, or you could play like another copy of this, or a second Fusion Destiny. Like, honestly, it's just kind of one of those things where, like, how exactly you build it's up to you, but this could clear up a lot of space. What did I take out of the extra deck? Oh, access code. Oops. So, like, here you could just put in 2 more extenders, or interruptions, or whatever. You could run the Nightmare Griffin if you wanted to. You could run, like, just about anything. The deck is really good. It's very... to me, it feels like it's a deck that can very easily blind second if you build it to go second, but also you can build it to go first and it'll do really well. Like, really all you need is to make sure that you just open, like, enough of engine for whatever engines you're running. So, like, the Zephyr package, I just bumped it because I wasn't drawing it very often. But you also, like, almost always want to have this and then either the Baron or the Ninja. Like, these are the 2 best openers, or these are the 2 best openers. But this is just straight up, like, one card that you almost always need to open to get your field spells. And to search a monster, which can be this, which can end up on this. This one's also a Colossus, but it's only good going second, really. Like, it just doesn't do anything going first. If it had, like, text like Agoides, I think it'd be a little better. Like, if it was summoned, or if something else was summoned while it was on the field. It could target one and return it to the hand, but either way, it's still a really good card going second. You can break boards with it. It's also easier to summon than this one, because this one needs 3, and you can't Colossus it, but it is a quick effect interruption, and it also moves itself to the Pendulum Zone, so you can get a scale 10 for basically nothing. Overall, I would give this deck like a 6 out of 10 right now. If we get something else for it, or if maybe someone better than me comes up with a deck list for it, it definitely becomes a lot better. But, like, the best end board I've been able to end on was DPE plus the quick effect one, this one, oops, plus a 4 material Appaloosa, and Divine Strike. So, like, it can be, like, really, really good, or it can be really, really bad. Like, DPE pass levels of bad. So, it's kinda, eh. Sorry if this video is not as good as the other ones were this week. I'm tired. My dog is snoring. I'm trying not to wake him up. Everyone else is asleep. And this was also kind of last minute. I almost forgot to do it. Deck link will be in the description. I'll put in 3 somethings over here, so that way it's a full deck at least. And with that, see ya.